Picture this, a lush Hawaiian island, the vibrant green of tropical plants, waves crashing on the coast, and fields of pineapples stretching as far as the eye can see. But did you know that this wasn't always the case? In fact, it took one visionary man with a dream to make Hawaii the world's pineapple paradise. That man was James Dole, a young dreamer from Massachusetts who arrived in Hawaii with little more than $1,000 and a whole lot of ambition. This is the story of how he turned a tiny plantation into a global empire, changing the world of fruit, agriculture, and branding forever. Before Dole arrived, Hawaii's economy relied heavily on sugarcane. Pineapples were mostly a curiosity, a rare fruit few people outside the islands had even tasted. But James Dole had a vision to make this exotic fruit a symbol of Hawaii and bring it to dining tables worldwide. Welcome to the story of the Pineapple King. In the late 1800s, Hawaii was still largely uncharted territory for most Americans. But to James Drummond Dole, Hawaii was an opportunity. In 1899, just 22 years old and fresh out of Harvard with an agricultural degree, he left his life in Massachusetts and sailed to Oahu, drawn by the idea of building something new from the ground up. With his life savings, a modest $1,000, James bought 60 acres of land on the island. And with the rich Hawaiian soil beneath his feet, he set his sights on a crop most people considered a mere curiosity at the time: pineapples. Little did anyone know, this spiky tropical fruit would soon become his ticket to success. Choosing pineapples was a risky move. They were difficult to grow, didn't survive well in transport, and were a rarity outside Hawaii. But James Dole believed that pineapples had potential. He saw an opportunity to introduce the world to this sweet and exotic fruit. So he threw himself into learning everything he could about pineapple cultivation: planting, watering, harvesting. It was grueling work, and in the beginning, success was anything but certain. But James had an incredible vision and wasn't afraid of the long, hard road ahead. He knew he wasn't just planting crops, he was planting the seeds of something much bigger. But James quickly realized he had a big problem. Fresh pineapples were too perishable to reach far-off markets. Without a way to preserve them, his dream of sharing pineapples with the world would never take off. And that's when James had an idea that would change everything: canning. Canning pineapples wasn't easy. Keeping the fruit fresh and flavorful was a huge challenge. Dole's innovations, from faster machinery to improved canning techniques, ensured that the canned pineapples tasted almost as fresh as if they'd just been picked, which made his brand a household favorite worldwide. In 1903, he built a small cannery and experimented with ways to safely preserve pineapples for shipment. But this wasn't easy. Peeling, coring, slicing, and canning pineapples was tedious, manual labor. So Dole developed machinery that could automate the process, making it faster and much more efficient. This innovation was a game changer, allowing him to can pineapples on a large scale, opening up the potential to reach global markets. The humble pineapple was finally ready to go international. As demand for pineapples grew, Dole needed more land, and he didn't just expand his plantation, he went big. In 1922, he made a bold move, purchasing the entire island of Lanai for a whopping $1.1 million. Lanai had perfect conditions for pineapple farming, and it soon became the world's largest pineapple plantation. Imagine this: an entire island dedicated to growing pineapples. At its peak, Lanai produced over 75% of the world's pineapples, and it was all thanks to Dole's vision. Buying Lanai was a massive gamble, but it paid off. His company was on its way to becoming the single largest supplier of pineapples in the world. James Dole didn't stop at just growing and canning pineapples. He understood that to turn them into a household staple, he needed more than just production. He needed branding. And so, the Hawaiian Pineapple Company was born, with a focus on making Hawaiian pineapples synonymous with quality and a taste of the tropics. Through clever advertising, Dole tapped into people's imaginations. He sold not just pineapples, but an experience, a taste of Hawaiian paradise in every can. His ads were everywhere, and soon the Dole label became a symbol of freshness and flavor. His efforts marked one of the earliest uses of mass marketing to create a global brand. James Dole had successfully turned the pineapple into more than just fruit. It was now a brand everyone recognized and trusted. Dole's empire didn't just change his life, it transformed Hawaii's economy and identity. The pineapple industry created thousands of jobs, attracted tourists, and fueled the local economy. By the 1930s, Dole's Hawaiian Pineapple Company had grown into a massive operation, with plantations, canneries, and distribution networks that reached nearly every part of the world. Today, the Dole Plantation on Oahu stands as a living tribute to James Dole's legacy, drawing over 1 million visitors every year. Originally a small operation, it has now blossomed into one of Hawaii's most popular attractions, where people from around the world come to experience the magic of the pineapple empire he created. Visitors can wander through the iconic Pineapple Garden Maze, a labyrinth covering over 3 acres, with nearly 14,000 colorful Hawaiian plants, earning it a Guinness World Record as the largest maze in the world. But there's more. Tours of the plantation offer a first-hand look at pineapple cultivation, and a ride on the Pineapple Express train, which covers 2 miles of fields, narrates the story of Dole's pioneering journey. In the plantation's visitor center, you'll find historical exhibits showcasing Dole's impact on Hawaiian agriculture, the development of modern canning techniques, and how this once modest crop helped transform Hawaii's economy. And if you've ever tasted the famous Dole Whip, a creamy pineapple treat beloved by tourists and locals alike, you'll know why the Dole name remains as iconic as ever. James Dole left behind more than a successful business. He created a cultural icon that lives on, with every can of pineapple and every Dole-branded snack evoking a taste of paradise he first dreamed of sharing with the world. So what can we learn from James Dole's journey? First, he taught us the power of vision. His success was built on the belief that a small fruit could conquer the world. Second, he showed that innovation is key. Without his development of the canning process, pineapples may have remained an island secret. And finally, he proved that branding is everything. Dole didn't just sell pineapples, he sold a taste of paradise. Dole's story reminds us that with a clear vision, the willingness to innovate, and a strong brand, we can create something lasting. His journey wasn't easy, but he kept pushing forward, believing in his dream even when no one else did. James Dole may be gone, but his legacy lives on. Every time you bite into a slice of pineapple, think of the young man who arrived in Hawaii with just $1,000 and a vision to make pineapples a household staple. Thanks to him, Hawaii will forever be known as the land of pineapples, and the Dole name will always represent quality, taste, and a slice of paradise. As he once said, every vision begins with a small seed. His story shows us that with hard work, a dream, and an unshakable belief in what's possible, even the wildest ideas can transform the world. If you enjoyed this story of ambition, innovation, and entrepreneurship, hit that subscribe button and join us as we explore more incredible tales of people who changed the world with their ideas. Thanks for watching.